Good afternoon, day 2 at Edinburgh Fringe, and we've not been to any proper shows yet, that happens later tonight, but we've been to 2 more showcases, sort of. I think that's how we'll describe it. The first one was a complete mistake on my part because I had it down for Saturday, but actually it was today, and thank goodness that Jane happened to realise it was at 10 o'clock this morning. So we had a bit of a rush to get there, and that was Bedlam's Fringe showcase. We won't say what's good and bad because that's not fair on these things, because I think the most they got was about 10 minutes. A good, interesting selection of work. You made a list of actually what we saw. I mean, there is one thing that we both definitely want to see, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Was there anything else on that list that you really wanted?
I thought the ComrieSf Ultramarine, who was a stand-up.
Yeah, he's like a stand-up comedian. He was great, actually. Yes, I'd agree with you.
Quite surreal.
Very surreal, and we're going to try and get to see him.
Yeah. That definitely passed the laugh test.
I quite like the Improverts.
Oh yeah, the Improverts.
Yeah, I quite like them. You liked them less.
Well, it was only because how they did their improvisation was very good, and they were so quick.
They were quick
because they had people from the audience. If they delivered a line, and then if somebody in the audience wanted them to change the last line they'd say.
I can't remember what they said actually.
No, it wasn't change it now, but
yeah, something like that. Anyway, they got you to change the line,
and so they had to think in a moment.
And that was actually very funny.
That was funny.
Yeah.
It was just the way one of them interpreted the title of the scene.
The scene they were given by a member of the audience.
But that was a very personal thing, so there's no point
I thought it was really good
that.
actually. I liked it.
But how they actually, demonstrated the improv was very good, very quick.
The thing we loved, and we are definitely going to try and see it. In fact, I need to request some tickets. Is this one, which is looking for
love?
Looking for love. Yeah.
Sorry, no, looking for fun.
I thought looking for love was wrong.
Sorry, looking for fun. And this is
question mark.
Yeah.
So one man.
Yeah, so returning to the Fringe after a successful run at the King's Head Theatre, Looking for Fun explores overcoming gay shame, queer nightlife, and dealing with the agony of online gay dating. This one-man play aims to expose the dark side of Grindr, prompting audiences to question their own relationship and understanding of gay hookup culture. And there's a bit more. But
I mean, I have to say that in that little 7-10 minute excerpt we had of it, he had me so hooked that I forgot to take a photograph, because I was taking a photograph of him.
And also from that description, and for those of you that know that I go through the programme, and it's the way a production is described that gets me to sort of tick it, and we hopefully go and see it. I wouldn't have ticked that, but that's the beauty of these showcases. You see something which has you absolutely engaged in something that you wouldn't have normally gone to see, and that is the beauty of the Fringe.
Definitely.
And the quality of his performance and the script
was
had us hooked.
Yeah, because I just turned to Jane and got, I want to see this.
Yeah, well, I did too.
Yeah.
And in fact, that links to the second showcase.
Yes.
In that there was a speech given by the director. Anyway, we're coming to that.
Yeah.
But the link is that one of his 2 parting shots was for everybody to go to something that they wouldn't normally go to.
Yeah. So that fits that, and actually that's a really good point.
Yeah.
I mean, is there anything else you want to say about the Bedlam? I mean, it's good to see the Bedlam Theatre back.
Yeah.
The last time they had a performance there was 2019.
Yeah, and they said that it was apparently dodgy whether they were coming back.
It's really good to see that venue. It's a nice venue.
Yeah.
It's close to the university. They've got some really interesting stuff on.
Yeah.
And it's one of the smaller setups,
Yeah.
I think, there, really, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
But they were very welcoming.
Yeah.
And we are definitely going to go and try and see at least 2 of the shows that are there.
So it's well worth going to.
And the other showcase wasn't a showcase. The email said, and maybe this is our mistake, the email said, well, invitation to our programme launch.
Yeah.
So we think programme launch has got to be a showcase. It wasn't a showcase. We were there very early, actually. We were quite happy for us just to sit around and wait, and we had a cup of coffee, didn't we? And then Dwayne Forrester, we did review his show, I think, well, before the pandemic, actually, and it's the same show that we did review called Climb, and it's worth mentioning that, I'll tell you when that's on, but I'll come back to that. I mean, they had Dwayne playing and singing songs in the background, and as it filled up, I mean, we were literally sat in front of Dwayne, and it was a bit ignored by all the people that were there for basically free drinks, I think, because there was no showcase. There was a short speech by the director, producer,
James.
I couldn't remember his name, to be fair.
James.
Seemed like an, I mean, and they are doing interesting things there. I mean, they're, apart from the thing about going to see something you want to, that you wouldn't normally go and see, they're not publishing any print material. Everything is online. All they've done is little cards with a QR code that you could get access to their program, which, I mean, that to some extent that's commendable, and they were going to try and encourage other companies to do the same. I think they're probably not going to happen anytime soon. Having said that, there is an awful lot of wasted paper at the Fringe, because you literally, wherever you walk, you're handed a flyer. I tried not to take that many flyers, to be honest, and we certainly would only take one between 2 of us if it was something we were interested in.
I mean, obviously I still personally like having the Fringe programme in print, which I know is controversial, and I do commend what they're trying to do. It was a shame that there wasn't
A showcase.
A showcase, and that again was a personal thing, and that, like Ian said, was maybe our mistake.
I mean, we'd know for next time, to be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you were more upset than me. I wasn't that upset. Although we could have gone to see...
No, the wrong word. I was irritated by that.
We actually could have gone to see Looking for Fun in the time that we spent there, because we, apart from seeing Dwayne perform really, really well, and I really did feel for him, and he appreciated that, because he shook hands and he thanked me at the end, because we were the only people that seemed to be paying attention really to him.
I mean, there was quite a lot of people there. It was a smallish space, but it was full.
It was full.
But and I mean, I may be wrong about this, but I think a lot of people were there for the free drinks.
Cocktails, free cocktails.
James,
and networking, which is not something we necessarily do.
So it wasn't necessarily sort of talking to artists or anything, it was just having a bit of a catch up with people. But James did redeem himself in the sense that, I commend what they're doing about trying to go paperless. So
go and see Dwayne Forrester's Climb. It's on at Zoo Southside. It's on at 4:50 every day. We're not going to review it again because we have seen the show and we did like it, although it was, like I said, before the pandemic. So it's on right the way through until the 27th, apart from the 7th and the 21st of August. Okay?
And here.
Oh, sorry, I missed those two. 12th and 13th, he's having a weekend.
And 14th. There's 3 days.
Oh, God, yeah.
So shall we say that again? So it's not there the 7th, the 12th, 13th, 14th and 21st.
He's allowed a rest.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thanks very much. We're off to Tyneside. Tyneside? No, we're off to Tyneside. Tynecastle Football Stadium.
That would be a bit of a stretch.
Tynecastle Football Stadium this evening, and we will tell you all about that next time.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah. So thanks very much for watching. See you next time.
Cheers. Bye. Bye.